Today, there's really only one priority for anyone who wants to build a business, launch a career, or just get an idea out into the world. You must be found. You must be heard. But as the amount of information explodes all around us, standing out seems impossible. In this era of infinite media, how will you be heard? Content isn't enough. Social media isn't enough. SEO isn't enough. Even being smart and hardworking and passionate are not enough. Does it seem like the odds are hopelessly stacked against you? Do you have to be rich, connected, and lucky to make a dent in this world? The answer is no. Cumulative Advantage takes you through the 5 factors that you can apply to your ideas, business, and life today. Finding an initial advantage, applying it to a seam of opportunity, a sonic boom of awareness, strategic mentoring, and constancy of purpose. Cumulative Advantage, the essential book for anyone with a dream ready to take flight.
When we've found that idea, we've picked up the scene, we've observed, we've tested, then it's about creating that sonic boom, as you talked about. A lot of companies, they say, how do I make this thing go viral? Can you talk a little bit more about that? You mentioned about personal velocity, which is really about personal branding. You mentioned that in your fabulous book, Known. It's about showcasing your authority as well. What else do we need to know?
Well, if you're a marketing geek, this is the part of the book that's going to blow your mind. Because I refer to a couple different pieces of research that show that momentum and marketing doesn't really work like you think it does. And there are some very simple things that you can do to create momentum on your own. One has to do with influence and audience, and the other one has to do with social proof. And this, to me, this is one of the most fascinating case studies in the whole book, where these professors created a site where you could rate music, you could rate the best songs and download your favorite songs. So they let thousands of people in, and they had, okay, well, these are the best songs. These are the songs that everyone loved. Then they brought in more people, but this time they said, here are the most popular songs, and they flipped it. They made the worst songs. People thought it was the best songs. And just by seeing the social proof, the worst songs became the most popular songs. What people thought transcended the actual quality of the songs. Now think about this. It can transcend the quality of your content, the quality of your product. It's more important to have the validation and the true feelings about, what's going on. That's more important even than what, your product or your content. And so this was a random experiment, but it doesn't have to be random. This is something we can work on. So there's lots of ideas that I think are just going to blow people's minds. It's going to blow your sense of reality.
And, talking about blowing people's minds, in the final part of your book, you mentioned about how in, doing the research and actually when you produced this book, it impacted your good self and also your world view as well. What does that mean?
Well, one of the things when you read this book is you start to see that all of us are riding the crest of a wave that happened a long time ago. It started a long time ago. And some of us are riding like a Winklevoss wave that's very tall and very rich. And some of us are riding a blue collar wave where we have to sort of fight to get ahead. And some of us are being pulled under by the undertow. We really don't have a lot of advantages. And so I felt this responsibility to say, now that we know how we can create this momentum. Is there a way we can use this to help create momentum for others? The world, the ideas of the problems of this world are cosmically complex and seem so overwhelming. And MayKing, it took me 3 months to write the last chapter of the book, to struggle with this idea. What can one person do? And I don't have the solution, but I have an idea. And I think it's about sending the elevator down and creating these sparks, these opportunities for others, that they have a chance to create momentum for themselves. That's something anyone can do anywhere. And I think that's part of the message of hope in this book.
Oh, that's absolutely wonderful. And I think before we end this broadcast, are there any final words that you'd like to share with the community?
Well, first of all, thank you. I know you and I travel in a lot of the same circles, and it's a circle that is very supportive and a circle really that has a lot of love in it. So, to all of those who have helped me and supported me and love my work, thank you would be a message. And just really, I just want you to know that sometimes, especially now, in the world that we live in that seems to be constant chaos, there is a way that we can embrace this chaos and transcend this chaos. And there are things that we can do right now to seize on opportunities that are accessible, that are doable. And anyone can create momentum. And I hope that you'll take a look at my book, give it a chance to see how it can impact you.
Well, thank you so much again for your time, Mark. I really appreciate it. Cumulative Advantage is available on Amazon, and there's also an incredible study guide to really get the best out of this book. You can download this wonderful study guide to help you to gain your cumulative advantage on Mark's website. So we'll definitely share the link there. Thank you so much again, Mark. Thank you for listening, and we will see you in the future. Thanks again.